What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from the road. While in Oklahoma City on a day off, I went to Byrons Liquor Warehouse, and while I was perusing the beer aisle, I was shocked to find a beer from Japan. You never know when you're going to find these crazy beers from around the world, and I found a Japanese beer I've never seen before in all my travels around the US, so that's pretty cool. So the beer I found is the Flying IPA. It's from Echigo Beer Company Limited. I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation. And in Japan, it's 5.5% ABV, but apparently everywhere else in the world, it's 6% ABV, and this can is 6%. Untapped says it's 55 IBUs, and the can caught my eye because of this image here, this dragon holding the beer. Really cool artwork on the front of the can. And in the back of the can, just some kind of a plain logo. And when I saw them sitting on the shelves, I actually thought there were two different beers, so I picked one up. Also, the can, it's got a very different kind of mouth opening compared to the openings you see in the US. Very narrow, kind of like, reminds me of like the really old beer cans you'd find in the US. I mean, I've got a beer sitting right here. You can see like the mouth hole there is much wider than it is on this Japanese can. Cans are also, about the same size. And on the can here it says, Japan's first microbrewery, Echigo, I'm sure I'm butchering that, Flying IPA, brewed and canned by Echigo Beer Company, product of Japan, and it is just, our dream is just beginning. Flying IPA, Japanese premium import, and it is from Niigata, I'm sure I butchered that one too, Japan. And before I get into this, I went and looked, and one of the beer people I follow is Japanese Craft Beer Review, and he's reviewed a ton of different beers from this brewery. And he has reviewed the Flying IPA from this beer company. I never watched that video because I hadn't found him yet when he reviewed this, because he reviewed it a couple years ago. But I will post a link to his review of this beer down below in the description, so you can check out his thoughts on this beer as well. He gets a lot of Japanese beers because he's over in Japan. So if you want to check out a lot of cool Japanese beers, go check his channel out. That being said, let's get into this. I'm gonna crack open this can, pour it into my Hotel Rocks glass, because I keep forgetting to go grab the iconic plastic cup off the bus. Thankfully, the hotel has these glasses that are probably not the most clean. I have washed them out myself, but who knows. So on Untapped, this gets a 3.40 with over 14,000 check-ins. On Beer Advocate, it gets an 83 good with 56 check-ins, and I'm just, wow, that's all head. That did have a crazy hiss to it. That's all head. As soon as that opened and hissed, I was getting big, like, fruit notes, citrus kind of smell. That is totally like the inside of the rind of an orange kind of, or inside of the rind of a grapefruit maybe. Not getting anything off that head, but yeah, that's kind of like a grapefruit rind kind of smell coming out of the can there. And as this head is slowly dissipating, maybe we can start seeing some color. It's a very light yellow. Looks like I can see through it. Hopefully this head dissipates a little faster. And that was just a big mountain of off-white, super finely packed, bubbly, mousse-like head. Maybe I can get a little more liquid in this glass here, and then we'll try to taste it. Yeah, as that's starting to, as that head's starting to dissipate, I can see through the glass. I can see the window that's behind the camera through the glass. Very light yellowy color. I'm excited to try this. I have had very, very few Japanese beers. So hopefully this is a tasty one. Let's find out, everybody. Cheers. It's very light bodied. very light bodied. There's a very bitter finish to it. Light bodied. There's kind of not any flavor, but then it finishes bitter, almost like I drank a big punch you in the mouth triple, quadruple IPA. And maybe it's just because of all the foam, I'm not getting any flavor, so I'm trying again. But I'm not really picking up any flavor other than that bitter finish. Yeah, that's odd. I mean, very light bodied. And maybe there's a slight bit of a citrus note possibly coming through. But it's really just kind of a flavorless liquid and then bitter. Like I drank a big, huge IPA. I didn't see, there's like a date code, but there's no real date on the can that I've been able to find. So I don't know how old this is. And you never know with imported beers, especially, how long it took them to get from the country of origin to the US to the store you bought it in. And then you don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. It was definitely sitting on the warm shelf. So that may have detracted from it a little bit. I mean, it may be an old beer. I don't know. But it's super cool to try. But I think I'm going to have to give this a let it play just because there's no real flavor to it. I'm not picking up any flavors, just some bitterness on the back end. It's really odd that there's just no flavor. Yeah, it's just, I'm picking up a slight hit of malt, and it's just bitter on the back end. This would be a let it play for me. Really cool to find a Japanese beer in Oklahoma City. It's a really cool looking can. It's a cool beer. I'm super excited to try it. Even though I gave it a let it play, I'm really happy I got to try this beer. Go check out Japanese Craft Beer Review's review of this. Like I said, it'll be linked down below in the comments. See what he has to say about it. He's probably give you a much better description than I did, and he's got the benefit of being in Japan, so he would have had this beer fresh. So make sure you go check that video out and give him a subscribe if you haven't subscribed to him. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, embrace the adventure.